My name is Marcus Thompson, better known as DJ Tyson. DJ Tyson is my stage name. I want to tell my story about Minneapolis, Minnesota, you know, through my experience. Because, I mean, I'm actually a Minnesota transplant. I'm originally was born and raised in Chicago. I've been in Minnesota since 2005, so I just want to tell my story about, you know, my experience being here since 2005 and how Minneapolis, Minnesota been good to me. I grown up in Chicago, Illinois. It's like a very hard place to grow up in. It's like a lot of violence, poverty, you know, and stuff like that. So my mother actually heard about Minneapolis, Minnesota while we were living in Chicago, and she wanted to raise us in a better place. And plus, you know, there was a whole bunch of other stuff going on with, you know, our family. So that's how I got to Minneapolis, Minnesota. And when I came up here, when we moved up here, we actually moved into like homeless shelters. So my mother cause they were up here before me. After I graduated high school, that's when I came. I came after they were already up here. So they lived in Mary's Place, and I lived in PSP, and that was a homeless shelter as well. And when I was in that shelter, I was attending a church that was on the south side, and I met my two kids. I got two sons, so I met their mother like during that time I was in the shelter. So that's how I met their mother, you know, staying at that shelter. So, and you know, with them, they actually, you know, now today, my son is 6, and I got a 4-year-old, and his little brother's 4 years old, and they are in state custody out of town. Their mom was from out of town, and you know, she had took, you know, my kids and went back home to visit, and actually got into some trouble where she's from, and now my kids are in state custody out there. So I'm going through the process and the steps of getting them back as we speak. So I mean, that's still a blessing, you know. That's still a experience in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Being in Minneapolis, Minnesota, I actually got it's a lot of opportunity in Minneapolis. You know, it's more than it is in Chicago. So I actually got the chance to go to college, you know, for music engineering. When I was in the shelter as well, I met a guy named Reginald Moore. We call him Reggie, and he introduced me to like video, and that's how I came across in Minneapolis MTN, Minneapolis Television Network. And you know, that was a big step for me because I got the chance to learn about, you know, camera equipment, take classes, and plus, you know, with my college experience in music, so all around I'm able to put projects together and stuff like that. So you know, as I developed all these skills, you know, I got into music. I turned myself into like a artist, and you know, we got to throwing shows, and being with MTN, these shows, my shows start getting like bigger crowds and stuff like that. So me just being a regular person, I can't control all of that stuff. So, you know, sometimes it kind of got like out of hand and stuff like that. Man, it was crazy.
What's up? I'm your boy DJ Tyson. Just juke how you want to TV. Your access, your guy.
If you like DJ Tyson, I want you to say juke how you want to.
Show from the star.
DJ Tyson and Superstar Marcel. DJ Tyson in the building. Superstar Marcel. Hey, come on, let's go. All my sexy ladies, if you like my little brother Marcel, I want you to say, "Woo, Marcel!"
Minneapolis Television Network is a big, you know, had a big influence on me ever since I've been in Minneapolis, Minnesota, because, you know, I met so many great people, you know, like other producers, and, you know, as I watch the shows that comes on the channel, I mean, I learned more about the community, more about, you know, people helping out the community, you know, it teach me how to be a youth leader, you know, help out the community as well, you know, so everything that I'm about, Minneapolis is, you know, they support it, you know, and I support Minneapolis just as well, so Minneapolis is a big part of my life, you know, and the Minneapolis Television Network, actually, I got called in for like a week, something like that with all the producers, and they told us that it was a possibility that the network could be being shut down. I'm like, wow. And you know, we had went to the meeting, and it was crazy. Like, this is the only thing I know, you know. So if they're gonna shut that down, like, come on. I mean, this network is a part of Minneapolis. This network represents Minneapolis, and if y'all gonna shut that down, then what does that say about, you know, Minneapolis? Like, come on now. It's some way we can fight for this. It's some way we can, you know, save this, because all while I've been here, this is all I've been a part of. And this I mean, this network made me a better person. So to see it just go like that, it's like a piece of me is leaving too. So, you know, well, you know, it just experience. That's my experience with Minneapolis.
We're looking to update that and make ourselves a more self-sufficient, self-sustaining organization through the board. And your role in that would be to say we want voice. What that means is that that's a big deal, because it means that you got to vote. You got to find somebody that you're going to appoint that will be good, but you have a legal framework to tell the organization, have somebody from your interest viewpoint, tell the organization what they think we should be doing. So that's never been the case before, and I think it's a really good idea. You know, what we've typically had happen is people have come to staff members and voiced something that's in their craw, and you know, that they're concerned about or don't like, and that's not the way it should happen, because staff members have no power over each organization legally. They don't have say over the guidance of the organization. And so ultimately, you have no say. And I want that to change. I hope that you would want it to change too, that there should be some way that you would have a say about the direction of the organization in an official, legal way.
So in other words, you are thinking about how you would like to kind of organize this producers council. You should be thinking about how powerful you think this can be, because essentially we're looking to have, you know, 1,000 members that are paid members, that are people who are making content for our channels, that are invested in the community and helping to organize productions, people who are producers. We have all of these youth, and finally be able to move everybody so that they're galvanized. And we, like, let's say we have another budget problem again, we have another cut that is really going to mess with us within these next 20 or 10 years, 10 years before 2024. We can talk to each other. You see how many people are here? You know, we have a paid membership of over 300 people, and you all showed up. And it has to do with the fact that we need to have an engagement that has people understand that this is a real, it's a real gift to our community. It's an asset, and the things that people can come here and receive are very legitimate.
If you're going down the hill in a car and your brakes don't work, and as you're accelerating, you realize your steering wheel doesn't work, and you see yourself heading towards maybe a railing by a bridge, and you can't stop the momentum. You go through the railing, you go off the bridge. What you feel right there, that's a panic attack. There's men and women that go through multiple panic attacks every day of their lives because of the service they gave for us. Mama, take this badge off of me, 'cause I can't use it anymore. It's getting dark, too dark to see. Feel like I'm knocking on heaven's door. Knock, knock, 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 knocking on heaven's door.
Hey, mama took my guns, put them in the ground. I will not shoot them anymore. That long black cloud, she's a coming down. I feel I'm knocking on heaven's door.
Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door.
Well, let's join hands in prayer tonight. Sing this song and light the light. To this life, there's something more than a waltz right in on heaven's door. Knock, knock, knocking 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 on heaven's door.
Soldiers can't ask why we're in these wars. They can only take the time to focus on getting each other home alive. A 20-year-old waiting for a lungs transplant because she went through a bomb blast in Iraq. What if it was my daughter? What would I do?
When the earthquake hit Haiti, it was incredible that people in this country stepped forward to give so much to their cause. We have a crisis here. We have over 18 suicides a day amongst military veterans. That is unacceptable. That has to stop. We have the power to stop that. There's anxiety, depression, panic disorder. And when you have a guitar in your hands and you're strumming it, you're not thinking of all of these other things. So it gives you moments where you can feel like, yes, I can emote with this instrument, and I'm not completely blocked. Community, camaraderie, teamwork is reestablished. I look out at all of you and I see the greatness of America right here.
Do something really wonderful. Go to a VA hospital and spend some time just listening to a veteran. Let's all do what we can to help our warriors come home. The journey home's a very tough journey. So out of the very sadness in my own heart, my one last patrol on this earth has been to start Guitars for Vets, because that's one thing one very wonderful man taught me to do is he put a healing instrument of a guitar in my hands and brought me the healing power of music. And that's all I can do. Let's all do what we can to help our warriors come home. The journey home's a very tough journey.
Mm-hmm.